Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the principals. Fighting out of Mexico, weighing 133 pounds, with a professional record of 44 wins, 5 losses. Let's welcome Mario Gonzalez. Fighting out of Puerto Rico, 3 times world champion, weighing 138 pounds, with a professional record of 42 wins, 3 losses. Let's welcome Wilfredo Gomez.
Por favor, de pie para cantar nuestro querido himno. Rise, please. De pie, por favor. La tierra de Borinquen, donde he nacido yo, un jardín florido de mágico primor, un suelo siempre nítido le sirve de dosel y dan arroyos plácidos las olas a sus pies cuando a sus playas llegó Colón. Exclamo lleno de admiración, oh, oh, esta es la linda tierra que busco yo. Borinquen, la hija del mar y el sol, 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 del mar y el sol.
Thank you. The referee for this bout will be Mr. Ed Eckert.
All right.
10 rounds of boxing in the lightweight division.
All right, we're ready for our main event, the return of Wilfredo Gomez. He looks in pretty good shape. He looks like he's pretty thin, not carrying any excess baggage, which we understand about 5 months ago. He had about 50 excess pounds in that 5'5" frame, which wouldn't do him any good. But right now, he looks in very good shape.
I agree with you, Hugh. He was as high as 186 from what we understand, and now he's down to 135. It's amazing.
Here he comes, and they're off. They sound like to be...
Gomez in the gray, moving in the aggressor. Mario Gonzalez in the black trunks.
Look at Gomez early as he kind of slips around and gets tagged by a right hand. But once again, Gomez was never known for his defensive skills. He is known as a banger, gets inside, likes to do his damage, and by about the second round, his face will look like he's been in about a 15-rounder.
You know, he was always a very, very cool fighter when he walked into the ring. He never walked in, you know, it was almost as though he didn't really warm up a lot in the dressing room. He always walked in very calmly, very coolly, and then went out and just wiped you out. I mean,
he's having some big trouble. He's got some problems with his shoes. I don't know. He is sliding all over the place.
Yeah, they got to put some rosin in the corner. I agree with you.
That's horrible. He has slipped a half dozen times, which I've seen. He slipped over here when he got tagged. Not a lot of research done by his trainer, but he just can't move around. He's like immobile. Mario Gonzalez coming in from Mexico for this one, fighting the legend. He said he is not in awe of the Gomez mystique. And we have Wilfredo trying to, he looks like he's ready to do ice skating for the Olympics as opposed to boxing, where his hands look a little slow. He was really unsure of himself.
He just slipped again.
Yeah, he's just going to try to get through this first round and maybe, like you said, get some rosin for his feet or his bottom of the shoes.
Now Wilfredo starts to score, slipping a knot. What they're going to do is, I think they're going to start using adhesive tape on the bottom of the shoes to give him a little more elasticity. He just got nailed with a right hand by Mario Gonzalez. Mario Gonzalez goes to the body with a right hand.
He is just slip sliding away here. He's in trouble. He just can't get his right hand. And he would just like to survive this round and get that adhesive tape on his shoes so he stops sliding. Just horrible round. And I can't believe that his corner wouldn't look into something a little more closely. And he is.
I will say this much, it's certainly making him mad. You can see the expression in his face. When he's hitting Gonzalez, he's hitting him with some wicked right hands. Wilfredo was a little bit annoyed at what's going on in the ring. He just doesn't like it without his legs under him.
And Wilfredo, who has been known to throw a low blow or two in his career, gets one in retaliation from Mario Gonzalez. Well, the bazooka is back after round one. We have round two coming your way after this. We'll see if...
A special feature's coming your way from Domino's Pizza to ruin the Noid's day. It's a really big show, so don't be late. 2 regular cheese pizzas for just $8.88. Pay a bit more for toppings. It's all hot and fresh, because it's at your door in 30 minutes or less. Hurry, this won't last forever. Savings like these may be now or never. Domino's Pizza delivers savings.
Remember basketball when a slam dunk was a rare event? When players had to jump to reach the basket? Well, it's back with the World Basketball League. And on Thursday, August 4th at 9 p.m. Eastern, catch WBL action, where no player is over 6 feet 4 inches tall. But these are today's athletes playing today's game, so don't miss the new league in town as the Youngstown Pride take on the Calgary 88s Thursday, August 4th on FNN Score.
Some feverish work between rounds 1 and 2 to get that adhesive tape on Gomez's feet. He looks like he's got a little better footing now.
That's his trainer is Hector Criollo from Puerto Rico, and he's working on Gomez's shoes. Gomez keeps slipping all the time.
As we get a look at those shoes, this is really not a smart move at all. Now they had to take off one of the. Now he's slipping again. He's in trouble if he can't change his shoes or something. I don't know what's the rule on that. Harold, can he change shoes? Can they get him another pair of shoes?
I don't think so. I think it's usually the responsibility of the promoter to provide rosin, and the promoter just hasn't provided any. And it's a shame because it's really affecting Gomez's performance here.
I agree. He has no stability in his in his feet, and he's just sliding all over the place. Round 1 was kind of a hard one to score. Harold, who'd you give it to?
Well, I lean toward the Mario Gonzalez because I thought Gomez was having a tough time getting off because of the fact that he was slipping so much. But, as you say, close round, could have gone either way. Wilfredo's getting mad. He's just staying on top of that. Oh, he just dropped a nice right hand on Mario Gonzalez.
He's working the body. He was known for his body work in his heyday, but he does look a little slow and cumbersome, and that's because one reason, because of the footing, and 2, maybe a little ring rust. I mean, we're talking 26 months here. Couple left hooks. Kind of wild. Now the crowd's getting into it as the bazooka continues to stalk, and Mario Gonzalez gets tagged in the corner a couple times. And the Puerto Rican contingent here getting into the fight. A big right hand, and Gonzalez is hurt in the bazooka. Slip sliding away, but doing some damage.
Now Mario just switched to southpaw to try and hold Gomez off.
Right.
Gomez is jumping all over him. Good left hooks, triple left hook.
He continues to slide, but even when he wants to turn his opponent, he can't because he cannot get the footing.
No, absolutely has no traction whatsoever. All he's doing is out punching Gonzalez, but he has no traction.
Right. They continue to work inside.
Now they're going to use another maneuver on Gomez's shoes. What they're going to do is scrape the bottom to make him rough. There's no question in my mind that they're going to scrape the bottom of those shoes.
A good round for Wilfredo Gomez. Another right, and he slips away. We'll be working between rounds again on those shoes.
He absolutely fell off of Mario Gonzalez. He's pounding on Mario Gonzalez at this point. That's not a knockdown. That was a slip.
A slip right there. Gomez is really mad right now. I mean,
Wilfredo is very upset, let me tell you.
He is like frustrated. He's mad. We're going to stay between rounds and watch the work in the corner of Gomez because they got some work to do on those shoes.
Bazooka came to fight, but he can't because of the shoes.
A little extracurricular activity. Now the crowd is just yelling in the corner. We're going to take a look at that slip one more time. They got to get Gomez to sit down and get, as you see, he did slip. The footing is just horrible. Everybody is coming to ringside. They're getting a lot of coaching from the partisan crowd here. Now they're going to tape it again, it looks like. But poor planning by the Gomez corner as far as the shoe selection. You think they would look into that a little closer.
You see what they're doing? They're scraping the shoes to make him, you know, a little bit more rough.
A little more traction. It's a concerned group of people watching their hero. Wilfredo Gomez winning the first 2 rounds and rocking Gonzalez bad footing and all a couple times. And he is upset, and we'll see how his footing is this round. Round 3 of 10. The lightweights both came in tonight at 136. And that's 14 pounds heavier than Gomez used to weigh when he won the WBC Super Bantamweight title and held it for 17 defenses, 17 knockouts.
You know, he still turns that right hand over beautifully, you know, just like he used to do. He just turns it over. He drops it down on you, see?
How's his hand speed, Harold?
I think he's looking very good so far. Mario Gonzalez is making a mistake of standing right in front of Wilfredo Gomez, and Gomez eats up guys like that.
Gets rocked with a big right hand there over the top, and Gomez is never one to, he always gets that extra little shot in there. He always has.
Exactly. You just can't stand in front of a big puncher like Wilfredo Gomez. And like you say, he'll use every opportunity he can.
42-3 with 40 KOs. An awesome puncher at 122, and his power was somewhat in question as he went up in the higher ranks, and now he's at 135, and we'll see what he can get done there, but he continues to slide.
And Mario doesn't have good traction either, to tell you the truth. But Mario's punches at this point seem very, very ineffective. Now the referee's trying to break him up. They're trying to keep their punches up, and it's having very, very poor success. These guys really want to go at it.
There is no love loss here as they both are sliding now. We might be inventing a new sport here, ice boxing or something. What do you think, Harold?
I think you're right. Mario Gonzalez went lefty again, but so far he's been very, very unsuccessful in this round, and holding Wilfredo Gomez off.
And he's back in the corner again.
Gomez is dropping that right hand on him and turning a left hook underneath. Wherever he can get traction or leverage, which is seems very, very difficult because of the fact that he's sliding so much.
Mario Gonzalez was the Mexican flyweight champion, and of course that's a few pounds less than he weighs now, but he looks like he carries the weight pretty well. I mean, he's not an awesome physical specimen, but he looks like he moves pretty well. And already Gomez's face looks like he's been about a 15-rounder, and he just rocked Gonzalez with a right hand. And now he rocks Gomez with a right hand, and these guys are going at it, bad footing and all.
You know, it's very, very hard to tell if Wilfredo Gomez is getting rocked or just gets hit and slides. I mean, he's actually sliding backwards when he gets hit.
We're in round 3 at 10.
Their heads came together at that point.
Gotta watch that.
Yeah.
Well, Gonzalez came to fight, obviously, is not backed up at all. And Gomez, in his plotting style, continues to come in and tries to get the job done inside. And Gonzalez gets back in a corner again where he gets in trouble. Round 3 is history as Gomez flurries, and we'll come back with round 4 after this.
The winning edge. It starts right here at Winners Only. It starts with the man himself. The years of professional football experience, the years of calling the shots, the man, the coach, America's #1 handicapper, former New York Jets coach Walt Michaels.
Defensively, offensively, Elway had one bad half the entire season. That was this past week against New England.
The coach knows football. The coach knows winners.
South Carolina does not have a Testaverde throwing the football, and I look for Nebraska to go down to South Carolina and teach them a lesson.
Call the coach now, and he'll give you free a top-rated winning point spread selection. This week's game, Dolphins versus 49ers. Carefully chosen, thoroughly analyzed, a free winning point spread selection if you call now, 1-800-423-2350. Call the coach now and get his free winning point spread selection as the Dolphins take on the 49ers. 1-800-423-2350.
The story of the fight, you're looking at it, it's in the feet. They don't need a trainer for Wilfredo Gomez. They need Dr. Scholes.
You know, Hugh, Alvin Goodman from the Florida Commission and the International Boxing Federation has been standing in the corner with a pair of new shoes. I guess they realize what's going on, and it looks as though after this round they're going to cut those shoes off of Gomez and just, you know, let him put on a pair of white shoes instead of those black ones that he's wearing, because this is ridiculous. I mean, really, it's affecting Gomez's performance.
It really is. He got tagged too, but then again, we have to question the strength of the punch because his footing is so bad we can't really judge. It's hard to gauge. But the bazooka continues to work inside, and these guys came in not being best of friends, and the friendship has certainly gotten worse. I mean, they are really... There are a couple shoes. They're going to take a timeout, I believe.
No, they're taking the excess grease off of Wilfredo Gomez. Eddie Eckert saw that Gomez's face just had too much Vaseline on it. Right. They called time, and they took off the excess Vaseline from Wilfredo Gomez.
Well, Wilfredo's back because his face already looks like he's been boxing for about 12 or 13 rounds, so he's back in fine form.
He always puffs up very quickly.
They tried to, the trainer tried to, Gonzalez getting a flurry going here, but Gomez continues to take everything he's got, and just kind of pushes him away. But Gonzalez is certainly a game fighter. Now he slips. Gomez sticking out that left jab, trying to stay busy. Looks in good shape. The hand speed is there and flashes, but not what it was. But that's what happens when you sit around for 26 months and eat and drink and be merry. Gomez looking to work inside. He's always been known as a vicious left hooker. Loves to work the body. But Gonzalez is warming up. He seems to be a little fresher this round. You know, we just watched the ultimate defensive specialist in Mauricio Rodriguez, and now you got Gomez, who, you know, he'll take two to give one. Gonzalez flurrying. I don't know what kind of damage he's doing. It doesn't look like it's slowing down the bazooka that much.
Not at all. Gomez just stays on top of him and pounds away.
He loves to hold that head.
Unfortunately, he can't get enough leverage to knock out Gonzalez. Not with those shoes, he can't.
I've just been told they're going to hold the bout after this round to change the shoes, so we're going to stay through this break and show you how to change shoes in 60 seconds. Round 4 is history. A good round, I believe, for Mario Gonzalez. Not a great round, but certainly competitive. Now it's we got some new shoes. Hurry up, get those shoes on, gentlemen. How you scoring this fight so far, Harold?
Well, I give the first round to Mario Gonzalez, the next two to Wilfredo Gomez, and the fourth round to Mario Gonzalez because of the fact that he did land some nice shots, as you called it. But I'll tell you, in deference to Gomez, he could have done a lot better. He could be running away with the fight 4-0 had he had a good pair of shoes.
They're going to be changing the shoe. They're going to be well past the 60-second. We're going to continue as they change the shoes. we're going to check out some action from round 4. As you see, a nice uppercut by Mario Gonzalez, and he's topping right, and he was getting some good shots. As they feverishly work in the corner of Wilfredo Gomez. Have you seen this before in all your boxing years? Have you had him change shoes?
Well, I've seen guys slip, you know, once or twice in fights. There's no doubt about that. That I've seen before.
Right.
I'm not exactly sure that they change shoes. What they usually do is either they get some rosin from somewhere or they scrape the bottom of the guy's shoes.
As we wait after round 4, so essentially this fight is even on Harold Letterman's scorecard. We got 6 more rounds to go, as neither man has been hurt dramatically, but both have had their shots in there. These shoes look a little bigger. They don't look like they fit as tightly as the other ones. But well, it was 55 seconds, an additional 55 seconds to lace the shoes, something you won't see too often around here.
Well, they didn't tape the laces up, I'll tell you that, Hugh, and also they didn't lace them all the way up. I hope the heck that, you know, he doesn't hurt his ankle.
We are now ready for round 5 after a change of shoes, and Gonzalez comes right out and decides just to let's brawl. I'll tell you, Eddie Eckert has his hands full in there. Both these guys are trying to get in shots anytime after breaks, and now they're slugging away. Gomez working hard, but not getting too many shots in there. And Gonzalez, with that 55-second additional rest period, really comes out all fired up.
Good shots by both guys. They're really wailing away.
Well, Gonzalez has to look at this as, you know, like you look at any fight, like Bobby Joe Young and Aaron Pryor, or Victor Claudio and Roberto Duran, and they win it. They jump right into the limelight. So a win here, this is a big fight for him.
Exactly. You're 100% correct. And Mario Gonzalez has given it his all.
A little low blow there. Eddie Eckert saying, keep it up, boy. We got to keep it up. Because Gomez will get about 4 or 5 shots in, you know, before the end of the fight. He's what you call maybe a low blow specialist. Sneaks them in just below the line.
You know, Wilfredo should be doing very well because the guy's right in front of him.
Right.
He usually eats guys up like that. But Mario Gonzalez is giving him a tough time. There's no question about it. He's punching back every time. Mario Gonzalez goes lefty again. Wilfredo takes him with a good combination.
The footing is certainly a lot better. I think the footing has improved considerably. For Gomez, he's planning a little better. He's taken 2 to get 1. I guess a good combination in there.
You know, Hugh, watching Gomez, I really think he doesn't hit as hard at 135 as he did at 122. I think his punches were a lot crisper and sharper at 122. But the fact of the matter is he's rusty.
He's rusty, and he's a little older, too. Excellent action in the corner. Both these guys are coming at it. Big right by the bazooka, and he continues to pound away. Gonzalez is in trouble. Gomez has always been a great finisher, but here comes Gonzalez. This is a whale of a battle in round 5.
This is the war on Washington Avenue, I'll tell you that. This is tremendous.
Gomez just a little off of those overhand rights. He's keeping Gonzalez right in front of him.
Beautiful uppercuts by Gomez. He's bringing him up. Good shot to the body.
Working on the body.
He's turning that right hand over.
Unbelievable. Continues to pound away Eddie Eckert. An unbelievable onslaught by Wilfredo Gomez.
He can't be saved by the bell. He got up, the round's over.
He got up.
I don't think he heard the bell.
This is action. The round is already over. They missed the end of the round. A wild 5th round, baby. This crowd is on its feet, and with good reason. The best round of the night, round 5. A big round for the bazooka. And if I'm not mistaken, Harold Letterman puts down a 10-8. Pretty impressive.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a clean knockdown. Here it comes.
There's some excellent action. Once again, Gonzalez leaving himself wide open against the ropes, exactly where the bazooka wants him. The crowd just really getting into it right now. The Puerto Rican flags are flying. The legend is back, or it appears, at least after 15 minutes of action. Here comes a knockdown. It was at the end of round 5. A big right, a nice left. He continues to pound, and Gonzalez could take no more. We'll see how revitalized he could get after round number 5. He had needed 60 seconds in a big way. He's back out, and the bazooka looking to reload and unload.
It just goes to show what one new pair of shoes can do. It gave him leverage, it gave him traction, and it gave him power in his punches.
Nice combination by Gonzalez, but Gomez showing some pretty slick defense, Harold. Not his forte.
Oh, yeah, he blocked the wild punches being thrown by Mario Gonzalez. Mario Gonzalez wings his shots. I mean, you sort of could see him coming, and he's not quick. He's slow.
Here we go again. The bazooka unloading against, a big left by Gonzalez, and that stunned Gomez. And that certainly turned the tide, because it looked like Gomez was in one of those tears who was going to land about 10 or 12 shots, and Gonzalez might be out again. But he is tough. If nothing else, he's shown a lot of heart.
The little guy is hanging in there.
He really is.
He's hurt again. Mario Gonzalez is hurt again. I think he's going to quit. I think he's going down.
Unbelievable. What heart by Gonzalez. Eckert, no standing 8 here in Florida. He comes right back. Gomez gets punched out at the end of those flurries, and then Gonzalez catches his breath.
Well, I was wrong. He came right back. Just as it looked like Mario Gonzalez was going down, he came right back.
Here comes the right above us. He's just got to get out of the corner. Right above us, we're getting sprinkled here. Nice little shower. As Gomez continues to wail away. That's all he wrote.
It's all over.
The bazooka is back. Wilfredo Gomez. A 6-round knockout. A game. Mario Gonzalez, he gave it all, but I mean, just how much could that man take? Harold, tremendous activity.
Yeah, Wilfredo hit him with everything but the stool.
That was coming. Well, Wilfredo Gomez gave his heart and his soul, and we're talking about his shoe sole, because when he got the new shoes, that's when the bout really turned his way.
Exactly. He was able to get leverage. He was able to get punching power.
Right.
And he just turned the fight around. Where he was having a tough time in the early rounds, a little bit of difficulty.
The bazooka is back. Wilfredo Gomez records his 41st career knockout. A tremendous percentage. Let's see the replay. As we see the action here, midway through round 6, Gomez just pounding away. Finally, Gonzalez just goes almost through the ropes. He goes down. Eddie Eckert said, "That's enough. I've seen enough." A tremendous performance by Wilfredo Gomez after looking kind of rusty. The crowd had to love this. The bazooka is back big time. A game Gonzalez, but a losing effort. He is. All right, we're going to try to track down Wilfredo Gomez. My good friend Harold Letterman is going to jump up in the ring here. We're going to get the official time of the knockout, I do believe. The Puerto Rican colors flying high at center ring as their legend lives. Wilfredo Gomez at age 31, he'll be 32 in October, is back victorious. As we look at Mario Gonzalez, a game but beaten. Mario Gonzalez. We're going to try to get up to Harold Letterman. As you can see him climbing through the ropes. Going to track down Wilfredo Gomez. The triumphant return. As we try to position our cameras up there, it is rather chaotic, as it often is. Let's check out the knockdown that finally broke the heart and the spirit of Mario Gonzalez. The bazooka landing rights and lefts, and finally the big right, and Gonzalez showing tremendous will just to even stand up under the onslaught.
Ladies and gentlemen,
As we see right here, Gonzalez almost out on his feet. A left just kind of helps him along. A nice little pity pat. 6th round knockout for the bazooka, Wilfredo Gomez. An impressive comeback. 26 months and 6 days. His last competition. We're going to now join Harold Letterman up at ringside.
Ask Wilfredo how he felt in his first fight.
Let's go up to Harold.
Feeling a little rusty.
¿Cómo te sentiste la primera pelea que regresaste, Wilfredo?
Bueno, estaba un poco fuera de distancia, puesto que hacía 2 años y medio de inactividad, y creo que esos 2 años y medio me afectaron bastante en esta pelea. Aunque me preparé bien y lucí muy bien.
Okay, you know, his time was a little bit off because he's been out for 2.5 years. You know, but he got in real good shape for this fight. Now you got to remember he's lost 50 pounds and it's been 2.5 years. But you know, that timing will come back and that distance will come back with time.
Did he feel that Mario Gonzalez hurt him in the 1st round and the 4th round when he was slipping because of the shoes?
Dice que si alguna vez te sentiste dañado porque los zapatos te estaban rebalando cuando te tocaron.
Sí, que la zapatilla. Me está aguantando bastante y no podía moverme con facilidad, puesto que tuve que usar otra zapatilla para poder moverme con mejor facilidad.
He says just the shoes had a lot to do with it. He didn't have no footing, you know. He felt like he was on ice. You know, and every time he got tagged, you know, he didn't get hurt, but he didn't have no balance. He says, you know, he was never hurt.
And Louis, ask him, how long do you think it'll take him before he'll be ready for Greg Haugen or Jose Luis Ramirez or Julio Cesar Chavez?
¿Cuánto tiempo tú crees que te demore para que estés listo para un Greg Haugen, un Julio Cesar Chavez, un Ramírez?
No, me hacen falta más, me harían falta 3 o 4 para más.
He likes to get at least 3 to 4 10-round fights under his belt before, you know, he goes for that championship fight. He needs it for his distance and his timing. Once he gets that, bring him all on. He can punch.
Louis, tell him it was a great performance. We wish him the best.
Que luciste súper bien y que luciste bien.
Back to Hugh Malay at ringside.
Thank you, Harold. Thank you.